been a busy week. We got 4Runner pricing on the new redesigned 6th gen, the BZ4X, how it's got a massive price drop, $6,000 price drop for 2025. And then we get this nice Tacoma price update for 2025. We're going to click on this, see if there's any more updates for the Tacoma for 2025. Guys, if you're new here, most of you are not, but my name's Kirk. I talk about auto industry news. Huge updates on Toyota I cover on the channel. This isn't even a huge update, but you guys seem to like it. So I'm going to give what you like. Price updates, trim updates, any updates modeled year over year. If you guys like that, make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell icon and the like button, and let's get into this. And before we get into this, let's pump the brakes a little bit. I want to get you guys kind of excited for something. Go on the other side of the world. Look at this truck. This is a Hilux Champ. They just made it into a 3-row 5-speed manual. We'll talk about this vehicle today and how it very much is like the Mini FJ or the Land Cruiser FJ that we're not going to get here stateside, more than likely. All right, so we'll hit on that on the back end, but we're going to get in the pricing of the new Tacoma. All right. Well, the first thing I look at, is there anything new? Well, yes, kind of. The mud bath color, which was debuted on the 4Runner this past spring when the 4Runner was revealed, that's the new TRD Pro color. We also have new easy access red front tow hooks on the TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Those models, I mean, they don't exist in my area. Look, if I look at Toyota trims within 150 miles, let's look within 100 or 200 miles. There's still no TRD Pro. There's still no Trail Hunter. Let me look within 500 miles, and we see a pre-runner in there. Gotta love the pre-runner, but there's still no TRD Pro or Trail Hunter. Okay, so getting an update there is meaningless unless you custom order a $63,000 pickup truck. So let's look at the pricing for the Tacoma 2024. We'll see if there's been any price hikes. That is always concerning for me. We saw the huge price hikes with the redesigned 4Runner 24 to 25 model year. Let's look here. Now, in the press release, Toyota talks about the base price, I think, of the SR grade, $31,590 for 2025. I actually have 24 pulled up too, and I want to pull up the cheapest Tacoma SR, $31,500. So what did it go up? It went up $90. I think that's acceptable, but yeah, it's definitely not as huge of a price jump as what we see on the 4Runner. Now the 4Runner, it's a bit misleading because the 4Runner only saw a small price jump for just the SR5, and then everything else was a huge price jump. So I'm not going to make my own spreadsheet for this, but I'm going to have some standouts. Like, let's look at an SR5 double cab long wheelbase. Well, okay. Well, let's make it easier because there's just a lot going on here. Let's look at a 4x4 SR5 extra cab long wheelbase. It's $39,420 for 2025, and it's $39,400 even for 2024. Okay, so that's good to see. At least looking at the pre-runner as well, $38,120. $38,100, so only a $20 price increase. I mean, that's essentially meaningless when we're talking about nearly $40,000. Let's go ahead and take a look at maybe the iForce model, the iForce Max model, I should say, right? All of them have iForce, but let's look at the cheapest iForce Max model. For 2025 is $46,320. If I look at a 24 model, it's $46,300. So they're keeping the prices essentially even with the new Tacoma. Should I say 2025 versus 2024 Tacoma? Let's look at the very expensive, the top end. Let's look at the TRD Pro. So last year, the delta between a Trail Hunter and a TRD Pro starting price was $1,000. It's still $1,000 difference. What's interesting is that the TRD Pro and the Trail Hunter both went down in price, about $165 more last year. All right. So those both went down, interestingly, year over year on price. Hey, let's get into availability of the Tacoma. If you guys watched my live stream with David this week, we talked about Tacoma just briefly and the 4Runner as well, mainly. But Look at this. Look at the availability of these trims. Like I said, no Trail Hunter, no TRD Pro, very few TRD off-roads, some TRD sports, but Toyota's volume is in the SR5 and the SR for sure. I mean, the SR base pickup truck is what I would want. I like these steel wheels. I like base. You guys watch my Camry LE review. I like base model car reviews. So let's see the lowest price on an SR, $30,000. Now you can't open there's no door here to open and there are no seats in the back, but it's a basic work truck. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the Ranga. The Hilux Ranga, also known as the Hilux Champ. This is going to be the basis of the mini Land Cruiser, the Land Cruiser FJ. So what is going on? Well, this will be built in Thailand. That's the base truck. The Hilux Champ is built in Thailand. Then they're shipping it to Indonesia. So you can customize this to be built as a 3-row SUV. Yes, it's a true SUV. It's more of like a mini SUV. It's body on frame. You can get with a 2-liter naturally aspirated gas engine with a 6-speed auto or 5-speed manual with the diesel. That's pretty cool. A 2-point-something turbo diesel with 150 horsepower. So very, very low power. It's going to have nice torque. But look at this thing. All right, they bring this up. This is the teaser image of the baby Land Cruiser. Look at the front end here. The bumper is identical. The outline of the front hood and the headlight area is identical to this Hilux Champ. I think that pretty much puts a nail in the coffin of us getting the baby Land Cruiser in America. Why will we not get it? Well, this Land Cruiser is designed for more affordable markets. We have the J250 here, the Lexus GX, which is based off the J250 Prado. And since we have those, Toyota just seems to like not be interested in offering any more Land Cruisers than that in our market. Also, a vehicle like this could never pass safety regulations or emissions regulations here in the United States. It's a big reason why we don't see something like the Jimny, or Toyota rebadge a Jimny from Suzuki and bring it to our market. So it is what it is. I just felt like bringing this up because I find it interesting that this very affordable. These things are cheap, guys. The Hilux Champ is like a $15,000 truck. This SUV is probably something like $20,000 for a 3-row SUV. We don't get cheap Toyotas anymore in America. Or you could say we just don't get cheap cars at all anymore. The starting price of a car in America is $20,000 for a Versa, which costs about probably what this would cost for this Ranga SUV based off the Hilux Champ. Anyways, it is what it is. I'm just going to shut it down there. Just letting you know, guys, what we do not get in America. And at least it exists. Maybe if I go to Southeast Asia, I would see something cool on this Hilux Champ platform. But don't get your hopes up for the FJ Cruiser, or should I say the Mini FJ or the Land Cruiser FJ, whatever they're going to call it. I don't think it's going to come here. It's going to be based off this, 99% sure. So gotta shut it down. I'll see you guys in the comments about the lack of major price creeps on the Tacoma. In fact, we got some price drops on the Trail Hunter and TRD Pro. Have a good day. Peace out.